Do you love your pet? You know Julianna Carella from her Bay Area-based brand for humans, Auntie Dolores. And you know Julianna from her CBD-based brand for pets, Treatibles. And you might even know Julianna from episode 48. Welcome to Cannabis Economy. I'm your host, Seth Adler. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and our new YouTube channel with the handle Can Economy, that's 2 N's, and the word economy. Or visit the website cecono.me for the over 125 episode catalog, complete with the aforementioned Julianna Carella episode 48. Julianna has a great story, and I'm happy to call her a friend. We get an update on Auntie Dolores, Treatibles, and of course, Julianna herself. Happy to be on Cannabis Radio and the Sex Pot Comedy Co-op. Here's Julianna Carella, part 2.
See? Look at that. So that's all done. And so now, here we are. It's Auntie Dolores and Treatibles. Mm-hmm. This is like the office, the cool Oakland...
It's our hub, basically.
The hub.
The hub.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
Because there's like staplers and things and people and whatever.
Yeah.
And we're perched up here. This is very nice.
Thank you.
All of the people, I met all the people, seemed very nice.
Yeah. They're great.
I was happy to see all humans. There are no dogs that are working.
They come by here and there.
Right.
Keep us company.
Well, there were a lot of emails.
Yeah.
From dogs.
A lot of testimonials.
Which was surprising.
Really?
Well, I mean, for a dog to write paragraphs and paragraphs about his treatables.
They're so smart that way.
So let me gush. We talked about it in June or whatever it was, about how you're like, oh yeah, I guess we should talk about treatables a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're brilliant. I mean, seriously. You get the Scholar Award.
Oh, all right.
I mean, right?
Thank you.
Did you know that it was such a good idea? I think you did.
I was hoping that would be the result, and I had an intuition that it would be.
And it was.
And it was.
So let's just go down
and so much more.
Yeah, let's go down the Treatables rabbit hole, if you will.
Okay.
Which is the tangent. That's the segue that you take.
Okay.
To let me know that you do have some rabbits on the program.
Rabbits that enjoy treatables, indeed.
So is that true, really?
It is true, yeah.
So they're pet rabbits.
All animals have an endocannabinoid system except for insects. So we've got bunnies. I know. We've got bunny rabbits, horses, chickens, and dogs and cats as well.
Skunks,
and
you said?
Skunks, yeah. There's some skunks that are, domesticated pets that actually use treatables.
Instead of talking about the skunks, let's talk about the horses.
Okay.
Is it like, race horses? Or?
Yeah. We've had a couple horses that we've got them some product to try out. And the thing that I learned, which I didn't know before, is that horses that race are actually, they're not allowed to have any painkillers for 24 hours before they race.
Uh-huh.
So obviously that's fairly debilitating for a horse that's being, that's trying to win the race and is in pain.
Yeah.
But
stuff hurts.
And CBD being totally non-toxic and great for all kinds of applications with animals, it just works out really well for a horse that's getting ready to race.
Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, is that like one story, or is that starting to spread a little bit?
That's just one of many stories of just different animals. I mean, that's been one of the most surprising things about this whole development is just how many different animals are using it, and that's why we changed our logo, because we want to develop products for all different kinds of animals.
Because it used to be that dog bone thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah. The logo is now a picture of all different kinds of animals.
Right. Look at that.
Yeah.
And so, let's just then refocus on the dogs for a second. What do they say for the most part? What do you hear?
What do they write down in their testimonials?
What do they write down in their doggy testimonials?
Okay, so the number one reason that we found that pet owners are giving this to their dogs is for separation anxiety.
Oh.
Yeah. The second would be arthritis and inflammation and pain, kind of as one group.
Yeah.
And then aging, a lot of aging dogs that are just, having mobility issues and pain and just, and then hip dysplasia and all the other problems that come with different breeds, and yeah, so it's just
So
it's,
not only did you have this brilliant, idea and concept, but you are literally teaching old dogs new tricks. This is fascinating. So did I say what your name? Do you know that we're with Julianna Carella? You know that.
sometimes I get a
who
little
knows?
bit-
So treatables. Okay, great. Auntie Dolores going strong. What's
Yeah.
happening with that now?
Just still rocking it in California. We love it here. We're just kind of excited about having products that are outside dispensaries and
Yeah.
sold in other stores throughout the country. So
Well, that's the treatables then.
Yeah, with Auntie Dolores, we're pretty much confined to California right now. So
Should we do a drive-by of AB 266? Honk honk, wave wave. Do we want to say anything, or do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, if it's
Lord.
February of 2016, which it is, it's just
Yeah.
it's a work in progress. I
it's a
think.
work in progress.
There we go.
There's more work to be done.
Okay.
That's what I can say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always so hard. So
Well,
hard
it's-
the work.
I mean, we want
I'm just talking about
regulations, yeah.
regular. Just
I
like
know,
you.
I
It's
know.
always so hard.
California just has so many unique challenges that
Yeah.
are just different from the other states
Yeah.
that have medical cannabis, that have adult use, that have both or neither. I
Yeah.
mean, California is the first state, and our industry is huge here, and it's a wild weed gone out of control.
Well, I mean, it would be like trying to regulate the alcohol industry in real time, like now.
yeah.
Like, start the regulations
Yeah.
in California.
Pretty much.
Because you've got generations of growers. You've got established product makers like yourself. There are more dispensaries. This still shocks me. There are more dispensaries in LA than everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
So that's your California market. How are you going to, that's going to be hard work.
I think there's like 17 territories in Los Angeles or something like that, if you really want to break it down.
In Los Angeles,
Yeah.
there's 17 territories.
I mean, pretty much something like that.
That's
It's
insane.
it's a difficult state to distribute the product.
Plus
around.
the fact that we're in Oakland, NorCal, SoCal,
Yeah.
those are totally different. I mean, those
Yeah.
might as well be different states.
Well, and I think the biggest challenge for producers like us, I don't think I'm speaking alone here, but I mean, we have to deal with this patchwork of regulations in
I like to call it
California.
a pastiche.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it, man. I'm just telling you, it's a bitch. Okay? It's like, San Jose's got one flavor.
Right.
Oakland's got another. Can we just do some state regs and call it a
Just,
day?
let's go down the line here. Right?
I'm happy that some areas are being as proactive as they are. Oakland is doing a great job, but it's just let's all just do one thing, can we? Can we just
Yeah.
do that?
We'll see, I guess. Right? I mean, the ballot initiative, that should, kind of help put everybody in one direction, I guess.
Yeah. And then on a national level, the same thing's happening because every state is doing their own thing,
Sure.
and they're all trying to reinvent the wheel.
Every
and
time.
by the
Every
time we're
time.
done,
Yeah.
however many states are online, and a year from now, we're all going to be. It's going to be the same damn patchwork that California's been dealing with.
One big California. That's what we're creating.
It's crazy.
If you like doing business
it's
in
ass
California.
backwards
Yeah.
is what it is.
Well, I mean, we got to go state by state.
Yeah.
Right, as we're going,
Yeah.
because it's not going to be deregulated.
Yeah.
More and more signs point to the fact that Mr. President is not going to, with a stroke of the pen, just deregulate on his way out the door. So we're going to just have to do it this way, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So talk about pet stores, because that's nationwide.
Pet stores are awesome. It's really nice. We've got some fantastic customers across the country and actually abroad as well. And people are really excited about the product. It's been great. We have a lot of testimonials, sort of, making their way across
Yeah.
across state lines. Actually,
Indeed, those are allowed across state lines.
Well, yeah, and I mean that's the thing. It's like, are we gonna, confine this medicine to just the states that are allowing it when this is non-psychoactive? It's 100% safe, non-toxic, and it's great for animals. Like, why not?
Why wouldn't we do that? I know that you got written up for Treatibles in the Village Voices a while back now, but as somebody that used to live in New York, and we did the bio thing last time, so we'll list the companion episode, if you will,
Okay.
in the description.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like just seeing,
It was cool. It was
Julianna
really
in the
cool.
voice?
It was really cool, man. I mean, that's why it's one of the links on our website, okay? I'll be honest. Yeah, it was rad.
What, why not take this tangent? And are you in pet stores in New York State?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
PS9, Brooklyn.
Let's just talk about New York City.
Okay.
In the 90s, I think you were
Yeah.
there. Let's talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
and
I
the
moved there in
difference.
'89.
Right. Yeah. Let's talk about the early 90s. Where were you? You were in the Village. Where were you?
Good
I'm trying to
times,
remember.
Man. I lived in Brooklyn mostly.
Okay. Which is
and
way
uptown.
before.
Way before it was cool.
Exactly.
But it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And uptown because of the dancing.
Yeah, just rent was cheaper,
Okay. Upper
Yep.
West.
Both.
Oh,
my
and Upper
first apartment in 1989 was in Spanish Harlem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
My studio was $400 a month.
Huh. There's a Rose in Spanish Harlem? Is that?
Oh, there is.
There were, and there was.
So sweet.
Yeah, proof that we're sitting with each other. So one anecdote from New York City, from your time there, from 1989 or the early 90s. Was there a CBGB's thing that happened? Was
CBGBs
there anything could have happened.
Well, what was really jumping off in the 90s
Yeah.
in New York was the hip hop.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it just was really, really. I loved hip hop growing up, but I really got into it when I was there because it was like the best.
So right around then is gonna
And-
be De La Soul,
Oh,
right?
totally. Yeah,
Okay.
all of the old school KRS-One. I used to run into him on the PATH train from Jersey. Like, what? Really? It was so cool, man. But I was a rocker too, so I hung
Right.
out at CBGB's and all
Yeah.
that. There was so much good music in the 90s in New York.
Who was playing then at CBG?
man,
You know,
fucking
actually, who would have been playing then? And I shit you not, Jill St. Thomas had a band and played at CBGB's in the early 90s. I
Yeah.
wonder if you guys were in the same room at the same
I
time.
saw the Ramones there.
Oh, well, that's the band
The
to see
band.
at that place. How
I kn-
did
I
you?
don't even-
Why
I
did
don't-
that not take? Why
Dude,
did that
I
take so
just-
long?
I swear to God, I grew up I have 3 brothers and they all have very different taste in music, so I was exposed to a lot of really good music growing up. So when I got to New York, I was just like, this is so awesome.
Let's talk about the Ramones at CBGB's. Was it?
It was awesome.
Was
I
it
never
stacked
knew it.
up? Did it stack up? Did it?
Oh, fuck yeah,
Right.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. It
Oh,
was
man.
amazing.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
I
fantastic.
still have my Ramones t-shirt actually, but
I still have my
it's like a
CBGB's
cut
t-shirt.
off. Yeah.
I used to do
It's one of the old school concert t-shirts. It's not like the thing.
the Ramones with the circle
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right?
It's not one of these like remake T-shirts
No,
that
no,
you
no,
find
no.
at Target. Okay.
Yeah. Joey, with all those names in
yeah.
the circle.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah. In fact, I had to wear that for when I was in a dance performance in Chicago years earlier. That was the shirt I wore, and
Well,
that
right.
was to a Violent Femmes song. So
Look at that.
The dance. It was pretty cool.
Is that the clap? I think that's
Yes,
the.
yeah,
But
something like
what
that.
would be? Everybody knows that song. I think I interviewed Gordon Gano once,
Oh,
actually,
wow.
way back in
You
the day.
think you did?
Yeah. Who knows at this point? But no, I'm sure I did.
Okay.
I don't think he would remember. Is the point? But okay, so then there you go. Proof. We got KRSR1 on the path. We got the Ramones at CBGB's. That was you in New York, and then now you've got Treatables in the stores in New York. Are you? Well, how many states out of 50?
I think we're in probably about 20 states now.
Okay, so that and not necessarily
Some that you-
medical states. So because
Not
it's 23
necessarily.
medical states. It's
Exactly.
Just,
Well, yeah, this is hemp-derived
Right.
CBD, very specific extraction process that is, allowable, and the THC threshold is it's below the
Point-
threshold.
point
so
whatever.
0.3.
There you go.
So yeah, it's it's just all over the world.
You said abroad, so
Yeah.
let's get into that.
Scotland,
Uh-huh.
a shipment just went to Scotland yesterday.
Right.
Australia, Chile, Germany, UK.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you need somebody to make sure things are going okay in each of these places? Because I'm here for you. I'll go to Australia to make sure Treatibles is selling.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely consider that.
Do you
You can
have
be our brand ambassador.
And there you go, brand ambassador, because I'm so damn cute. What do you have?
Coco Sparkle.
There you go, Coco Sparkle is my nickname. Also,
Kind of
Auntie
works with your
Dolores,
look.
Thank you. Also, one of your product lines, Coco Sparkle.
Uh-huh.
But what would you call those? Like chocolate what's?
They're little itty bitty cookies with sparkle sugar on top.
There you go.
And they're 5 milligrams each.
So that means they're for everybody.
They're for everybody.
Those are THC.
Yes.
So those you can only get them here
Here
in California. So what I was getting at though was internationally, have you been out there and in those countries long enough to start getting testimonials back, or?
Well, some of the testimonials that we have are from customers. So some of the shipments that have gone out have gone to pet stores, but mostly it's just been to single pet owners that have ordered from our website. And then we're setting up distribution in the UK now. Yeah.
What are you hearing regulations-wise or culture-wise that you don't necessarily hear here in California or in the states that you're in with Treatibles?
So this is where it's just really gratifying. Like, I really think that when people see that their pet is benefiting from something and their pet can't speak, can't verbalize, can't actually write, even though we like to think they can.
Sure.
It changes minds. Like it brings people to the other side of that argument, and animals just have a way of doing that, I think, especially pet owners. And so what's happened that's been really awesome is a lot of pet owners that didn't use cannabis or hemp or anything like that before, they see the results in their pet, and then they turn around and become patients, or they start ordering CBD products because they're happy to know there's something out there that's going to address their health issues and also not get them high. Or they might be interested in THC and because they never wanted to do it before, the stigma was too strong.
Yeah.
And they see their pet do better on the CBD products. It's just really interesting how it can have that effect.
Flips the switch.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I'm noticing the fact that the conversation around cannabis and that stigma that was there even 2 years ago, even a year and a half ago, it's slowly starting to chip away from just people that I talk to that are not in the industry. Do you feel the same thing, or not necessarily?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think just having so much success with children with epilepsy. I mean, how can you turn your back on like children with these drastic health problems, and their only amelioration is from cannabis? Yeah. I mean, how can anybody argue with that? I mean, so that has really, I think, been the catapult for cannabis.
So I met Charlotte. I interviewed Paige
Nice.
Figge and Heather Jackson, who's running The Rock. What an adorable little girl.
Yeah.
And you said, pets can't verbalize, and you were joking, but they can't. And neither can Charlotte, but
That's right.
but she can certainly communicate, and she was definitely communicating with me. And what's more, from what her mother said, is that she's just walking around like a little kid, like a regular little kid. Yes, one that's not verbalizing, but
they don't need to verbalize to know what they're going through. Parents.
But that's because of CBD. Is that why she's up and around?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
We are so lucky. We're so lucky to have this on Earth now, to know about it and to just put up the fight that we're putting up right now. I mean, it's so necessary.
Did you get into your headspace from when you started Auntie Dolores, back in the park, Dolores Park, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, am I? Or is that
somewhat
fantastical version?
It was conceived in Dolores Park.
I see. Wow, my goodness. We should hear that story.
Okay.
With your friend.
A few friends. Yeah.
Okay. How did you conceive of?
Well,
I know it's anti-pain. I remember that. So what I'm saying is, you were on this at the beginning. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to do some pot stuff. You were on anti-pain from the jump.
Well, I've been a cannabis enthusiast since I was about 13 years old. Right. So the part that I had to get passed in order to immerse myself in the budding industry was that I had to go get a doctor's note to go get my weed. I mean, it took me a couple years just to agree to that because
Right.
I kind of resented it, actually.
Exactly. Why should I have to involve anybody else? No, totally understood.
But I mean, now I totally understand it, and actually, I'm really glad I finally got less stubborn about it and got my recommendation, because the first dispensary I went in, I was like, wow, the opportunities are endless. What the hell was I thinking? Like,
You did see it right away.
oh yeah, there was like no products on the shelves in 2008. It was just, there was a lot of room for improvement.
Why did you think you should do it?
Because I immediately saw a bunch of products that would do really well, and I wanted to start making them straight away.
You're a doer.
I'm a doer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your daughter, by the way? You brought her
She's
up in the
great.
last thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the latest?
She just did a dance competition down in Orange County
Yeah.
a couple weekends ago. The Vibe
dance
competition. It's like one of the most amazing
It's a big deal.
performances. Yeah, it was really good.
How'd we do?
Really good. She's with Academy of Villains.
I
that's
don't.
the
It
dance
sounds like
crew.
something I'm afraid of, or I don't know what to.
You better recognize.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I was doing. I'm sorry. So
Yeah,
where's
they're
that?
really
Is it-
good. They're
and
really good.
she's in SoCal.
Not right now. She's
Yeah.
in Santa Cruz right now, but
Alright.
she was down there. I was down there with them.
I'm saying, where is this cast of villains? What is
Well,
it? The Ghost of
Academy.
Villains? Okay, the Villain Academy? Academy of Villains. Now
Academy
I
of
got it.
Villains.
All right.
Yeah. She they have two crews, one in NorCal and one in SoCal. So she's with the NorCal crew, but when they perform, they sometimes perform together.
Got
There's
it.
like probably over 40 of them, I think. It
Oh,
was
wow.
really a huge production.
Huh.
Fantastic.
What's her specialty, if any?
She's an amazing dancer. She's just got incredible rhythm, and she's got the moves. She can do it.
Is she better than you were?
On that style of dancing, undoubtedly. I mean, I couldn't move like that.
You've got the classic.
She actually taught
classical-
me one of her little dances. We had a lot of fun. We were like, I was trying to do hip hop in my living room.
How'd
It
it
was
go?
hilarious. Well, I picked up the choreography because my brain knows how.
Goes
Like I
there,
did
right.
that for so
Muscle
many
memory.
years. It is,
Yeah.
and she was, I think, a little surprised that I actually picked it up. But
Yeah.
I'm sure I looked like a complete dork while I was doing it.
So structurally you had the moves down, not
Yeah.
necessarily the nuance.
Well, she threw about, I don't know, 10 or 12 counts of 8 at me, and I picked it up in like 10, 15 minutes. I kept going, let's do it again, let's do it again.
Yeah. That reminds me.
It just gave her reason to laugh at me. It
I
was
would
perfect.
imagine. I mean, it reminds me of when nothing. It reminds me of nothing in my life. For me to pick up a dance, like some sort of actual real
Yeah.
dance in the living room with your daughter. All right, so that's good. So we've got products all over. I think I asked you this last time, and I know the answer was, What about for humans? Doing what you're doing with Treatibles under the Auntie Dolores name?
Oh, we
or
are, yeah.
You
Thank
already
you
are.
for bringing that up. Yeah, we've got a CBD brownie.
When?
I'll give you one before you go if you like. You can.
And
bring-
it's out. It's being distributed.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Where?
it's been out for, the dispensaries carry it, and then we also sell that online. It comes from the same hemp-derived CBD that we use for the treatables, so we can ship it anywhere.
You can ship it anywhere, not necessarily in retail shops anywhere.
Well, hopefully soon.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what
we'd
we
like
might
to.
be working
Yeah,
on.
we'd like
Okay.
to do that.
It's very interesting to see your eyes when you're talking, because sometimes your eyes say something that your mouth isn't necessarily saying.
Such as?
Such as when you said we're working on that, it felt like there was more information coming from your eyes.
How about that?
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you been studying your micro expressions?
Indeed,
Mm-hmm.
I have. I have no further information on that.
You don't have to. I
No.
read it all over your
Yeah,
face.
exactly. You can tell I don't know what I'm talking about. But all right, so the brownie, I can get that online, AntieDolores.com.
Yeah.
And it's with
We
the
just
O's.
dropped the price to $11.
Okay,
Yeah,
because we got to
from
get it to you.
14.
We got to get it to you.
Yeah.
All right.
We try to keep the products affordable. CBD is not cheap, but we really try to keep them affordable.
You still have to extract. You still have to do the whole process.
Unfortunately, it's just it's a lot of costs go into these products,
Mhm.
and that's part of the struggle is the market is just really race to the top with potency, race to the bottom on price,
Yeah.
and our product it's a premier edibles line, so
it's CBD, so you don't have to kind of do the same things that you would do with packaging, you know, a THC product. But what what kind of
there's
packaging do I get?
Yeah, it's different. I mean, it's more suitable for like a food item.
Yeah,
a
sure.
Regular food item. That's
Totally.
how it's packaged. There's nutrition facts, and you can actually access the lab results on our website as well.
Amazing.
They're small, so there's not a lot of information we can fit on there, but we do have everything on our website, AuntieDolores.com.
Do you name drop your lab?
Yeah, we use CW Analytical for
You
all
do.
our testing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's good.
Rock stars.
Yeah. You got to test. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, that's just it. We got to know what we're working with here.
But I like that you are testing the CBD that you wouldn't have to test because there are no rules with that, is my point.
There's actually no rules in California on any of this, by the way.
We
so
talked about that earlier.
we
indeed.
were, we started Auntie Dolores before labs knew how to test edibles.
Right.
So the first 2 years we were in business, we didn't lab test because nobody knew how to do it.
It was impossible.
So, and then when we started lab testing, we were surprised at the results. You know,
Yeah.
wow, there's a lot going on here. We didn't even know.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so
And now you dose out and everything like that, and that's
Yeah.
fantastic. I want to talk to you for much longer, but like I said, I got to go to Dale. And let me ask you this though.
Okay.
I'm sure I asked you the surprise questions, the ones at the
Oh,
end.
right.
Did I ask you about the song? Do you remember if I did?
Which song?
Well, so the song on the soundtrack of Julianna Carella's life, what song would that be? Name one song. So I didn't ask you that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Put me on the spot with a song.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be like a David Bowie song.
Well, that's of the moment, certainly.
Um,
R.I.P.
maybe it needs to be Changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's constant.
Yeah.
The only thing that is constant is change.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Julianna Carella, this was way too short, but unbelievably enjoyable.
Me too. Thank you so much.
All right.
And there you have Julianna Carella. And I guess if you've got a medical card in California, go get some Auntie Dolores product. And if you've got a pet, go pick up some Treatibles. Remember, they are CBD based, which means that they have less than 1%, less than 0.5% of THC, meaning that they are not psychoactive. They are not affecting your pet's mind. Thank you to Julianna. Happy to be on Cannabis Radio and the Sex Pot Comedy Co-op.